All right, welcome back. I'm now going to be reviewing Super Bowl 57, the very last game of the 2022-2023 season. A game that I did predict the Eagles would win, and then they had the lead heading into the fourth quarter, but their defense just wasn't able to stop the reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes, as he now has his second ring in three chances in the Super Bowl. So props to the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, if I'm coming from a Broncos fan, I got to swallow quite a bit of pride when it comes to me saying that, but there's no denying that he is a very talented guy. And after the end of the second quarter, I figured that maybe that leg and he'd be kind of limping and lingering on that. But I don't know, maybe they gave him something at the halftime. But he seemed like a completely different quarterback in the second half. And obviously, that late run in the fourth quarter proved that if he had any ailments prior to that, they definitely weren't showing at that time. Because clearly, for a guy who's a mobile quarterback, you use your legs as well as your arm. So for him to come out in the second half and put on the showing that he did, there's no question that he was the Super Bowl MVP at that point. Props to the Philadelphia Eagles on an amazing season. They obviously have the runner-up MVP in Jalen Hurts, but unfortunately they just were not able to get it done. They got a very strong team. The only thing that sucks about the NFL is that, and I guess it goes with any sport, is just because you make it to the Super Bowl or the big dance doesn't necessarily mean you're guaranteed to get back there. Now the Chiefs are an exception on that because of the talent that they have, but for the Eagles, there's no guarantee that they'll get back into the Super Bowl next year, as there's still a lot of good teams in the NFC. So props to the Eagles for getting to where they got. If you're an Eagles fan, you got to be proud. I mean, you had an unbelievable season. I don't think anyone predicted you'd make it to the Super Bowl, as there were just so many other teams in the NFC that I'm sure were favored heading into the season. But yeah, big props to the Eagles. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. They just had an amazing run, and if they manage to get back here next year, that'll be fantastic. The old saying is like it takes losing to really understand to get over that hump, more or less. So again, I'll say this again. I'm going to sound like a broken record. If they can use this loss as motivation, and maybe next year they can come back even stronger, but it's tough because a lot of teams make it to the Super Bowl, and then the year after they either fall out or they just come up short of making it back to the big dance. So this is the last video I will be making for football. As the off season progresses, if I'm able to, I will try my best to maybe follow off-season moves, trades, whatever the case may be is. But as for predictions and reviews, this is my last video of the 2022-2023 season. I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch and listen. And until next time, take care.